talking with Aaron Silvers. His day job is working for Advanced Distributed Learning Initiative, and in LinkedIn it says something about, and I don't know if I can actually get this all out, Technology Design and Strategy Connector, Cruise Director, battles can't, don't, and won't. What do you mean by that?
Well, I work for Problem Solutions. It's a kind of a consulting firm that deals with like advanced R&D in technology and specifically learning technology. And we do contract to a number of people, including the U.S. Department of Defense through the ADL initiative. In terms of my little description on LinkedIn, you know, I just have a problem with people who say no. And when there are obstacles, I like to either go around them, find a way to work through them, or just plow through them, whatever we have to do to get to a yes.
So I've spoken with you about experience design, and this is something that you're very good at. Can you just kind of explain the concept of what experience design is?
So I was trying to do a non-wordy definition. Experience design is how we connect multiple people into a greater experience, and it's accounting for using the multiplicity of devices as lenses, the application of filters that help us kind of distill or capture an experience, and leveraging narrative elements, transmedia elements, and gameplay, storytelling, improvisation and co-creation, game theory, in order to help us kind of like, create something bigger than ourselves.
Now, why do you think that's important when we talk about like mobile technologies and learning? How does that really connect with it?
So I think one of the beliefs that I have is that we're coming out of a kind of an age in the learning technology field where we've been really focused on creating resources, all right, content. Now, content is great, but content has to be fuel for something else. It's not the ends of itself, it's a means into something bigger. So we are now really what we're seeing with social media in an age of connections, right? So the resources help fuel those connections, but if we're going to design for greater connections, that has to be tied to something even bigger than the connections themselves. It's not just about the connecting, it's connecting on the path to something bigger, right? Those resources that these apps, these content pieces that we make, they're artifacts, they're manipulatives that help us, give us a reason to have a conversation. But that in and of itself is not enough. We need to be designing to something bigger, and that's why experience design is really important, because it's not just the design of an artifact now, it's the design of an entire experience that may use multiple pieces of content, multiple forms of media.
So that's why it's kind of important to not think of learning as a particular course or app or whatever, to kind of step back and look at the overall objective and plan.
Absolutely. I think for way too long, way too many people have been thinking about learning in terms of it being a noun. And I'm trying to highlight the fact that learning throughout history, throughout human history, is a verb.
So, fantastic. What are you talking about today at the Float Mobile Learning Symposium? What's your subject?
Designing experiences.
Awesome. So looking forward to your session this afternoon, and thank you for talking to me.
Rock on.